Okay. Says we are live. Hopefully that is true. Also, hopefully you cannot hear the laundry machines going. We are trying to get laundry done before the potential storm gets here this weekend. Make sure I've got my volumes and stuff up. Okay, I should now. But yeah, so hello, how are we? I'm not anticipating any crazy weather until probably Saturday night, Sunday. But I again don't know necessarily what the storm outlook is going to be for Monday. So Mondays, I'll try and schedule ahead of time just in cases, but it may depend on whether or not the power grid and the internet grid are amenable to that. But yeah, so that's sort of like the weather question for this weekend and Monday. Otherwise, we've got extra supplies. We've been charging the rechargeable batteries for flashlights and stuff, and the power bank and all that kind of stuff. So now the last thing was really just do the laundry ahead of time so that we don't get stuck with fewer things to wear. I mean, we have plenty of clothes, but whatever. It's going to be fine. Let's see. Let me go ahead and pull up the thumbnail for today because I think it's cute. And also, hello. I forgot to say hello, didn't I? Hello. Kara has pulled the enchanted map, Cleaning House, number 37. It's time to clear the clutter to make way for better things. Nice. I did actually get a little bit of decluttering done this week, so I am pleased with that. Yay. Kara said, if only Mason and Valerie, the dual main characters in your dystopian cyberpunk story, were dealing with one of the offered man children. Instead, they're dealing with Cody, the despot governor of Neo Viridia. Nice. Yes, so this deals with the poll for today. So here are our options. We have so your main character is dealing with manchild, whether they are in fact a child or an adult who acts immaturely. That's up to your story. But which one sort of would be the basis of your character manchild? Would we have Hunter, who'd rather be fishing? We have Tarik, who knows that he is absolutely richer than you or your main character. Like even from this age, he knows. Or then we have Finn, short for Phineas. He's a genius. Which man-child? Or if you have another like character or specific name that you are thinking of, let me know in the chat. So Kara has Cody, the despot governor of Neo Viridia, which is nice. I like that. Cody has always been a narcissistic egomaniac, but at age 55, he is now experiencing early onset dementia. Ooh. Plus a new and terrifying disease is causing his cybernetic implants to glitch. Ooh. So becoming even more unpredictable then. Monique is here and says, hey y'all, hello, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Stacy says, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Rachel is here and says, hello. Hello. Welcome. This is where I said hello. Monique says, happy Friday again. Yes. Ooh, you got your journal size stickers yesterday. Yay! Yeah. It's always exciting when we get them. Very exciting. Right now you're working on the murder victims for Drama of the Undead. Nice. Excellent. Stay says, yes, hubby is getting gas for the generator after work. You're going to make certain everyone takes a hot shower tonight and going to charge up all the batteries. Yeah. We don't have a generator. We do have a small, we have a battery that can jumpstart cars and stuff. And so my dad has recharged that. as well. But yeah, we don't have a generic. We do have woods. We have sticks. We have lumber that's in the garage that's dry. So, and we have a fireplace. We don't know. We've never actually gotten the fireplace flue inspected to make sure that everything is good and there's no bird's nest up there. So that would kind of be a risk that we don't necessarily want to take, if that makes sense. So we're hoping that it's not going to be as bad as all that. But it does make sure that we put that chimney back, inspection back on our to-do lists for this year. Stace says you went shopping earlier because hubby sent you. You were surprised at how little was picked over. Oh, really? You did pick up milk and eggs, mainly because those are two of Karma's favorite things to consume. So Mom went searching for. We have a couple of the little Coleman propane tanks for. We have a lantern fixture for it, and we have a camp stove that fits the 1 pound canisters, and we've had several canisters that are mostly empty, but we also had 2 that were full and 1 that's mostly full, but we were just trying to see if we get some more. Has had no luck with that because it has a different fitting than the 15-gallon one, because it's for a smaller thing, I guess. And then Mom went to Walmart to look for those propane things, but also for a couple of things. She said the bread aisle was empty. She took a picture of it, and there's a thing of barbecue sauce that somebody put down on the shelf, and just the entire bread row, all the rolls, all the hot dog buns, all the bread, the bagels, all of it gone. So definitely picked over in our area. But yeah, so yeah, taking a morning shower tonight would be good. And that way, in cases, or tomorrow morning, because I don't think the weather will hit us by tomorrow morning, but I'm usually a nighttime shower. You're going to pick Tarik. Yeah, he looks like he'd be a very interesting character, both as a child and as an adult, I think. Right Writer says, my man-child is a villain who is very insecure, but is a genius. He'd make the main character's life quite hard. He's also a cybernetic. So I feel like maybe you'd go with Finn then. Maybe. Ronan was used to getting what he wanted when he wanted until Dunhara stood up to him and gave him his first no. Ooh, I like that. Monique's man-child of Drama the Undead is a film director. Gotcha. Okay. To be honest, I don't think there's going to be any outages, but you want to at least be prepared in case you're wrong. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, is the way that the world works is if you prep for it, it's not going to be bad. But if you don't prep for it, it's going to be terrible. So I think we're going to be fine because we have done prep. Also, I think the latest weather had it pushing a little bit further north than what they had anticipated 2 days ago. So I think we're going to be okay. You got a shower yesterday as you knew it would be wicked cold today. Even though the house is better insulated now, there are still places where cold gets in. Yeah. Yeah. Houses always have a couple places. You have long hair that takes a long time to dry. Yeah. I feel that. And it latches onto cold air. Yes. Yes, I know that's one of the reasons why I'm usually a nighttime shower instead of a morning shower, because it just takes so long to dry. Stacy says you're more concerned about the possible power outage than anything, but we do have a gas stove. Yeah, but it has an electric thermometer on the oven, so we can still cook. That's the one thing we don't have, is the house has a hookup for gas, but the previous owners either disconnected it and converted it to fully electric or something. I don't know. So we only have the electric hob. But we do have the camp stove, which is run off of the propane. We have a grill for outside. I think we still have some charcoal. We have wood. We don't have a lack of options, I guess I should say. One positive note about being postmenopausal, other than not having to deal with menstruation, is not having a pungent body odor to deal with. So going a few days without a shower isn't as big of a deal. Nice. That'll be nice. Your main character's literally your main character's little man child is the only one she will listen to when they say no. Nice. Okay. We do have some cats to look at. So I need to pull the cats. And then I need to pull the card. Okay. So for Thursday, we have, let's take the man children off. From Thursday, we have, I ordered this from My Perillo. Looks very comfy. It's very good. And then we have nothing to see here, just having an out-of-body experience with a basket. Looks very cute. But yeah, it does. They're so similarly colored that it does look sort of like there's a duplicate. It's Schrodinger's box. Oh no. And then we need a card for today. And you're very out of focus. Sorry. I will rectify that in a minute. We have the owl. You see clearly now. It's number 43. 43. Good morning, Jen. So we have the owl. Let's see if I can get it to refocus at the right distance. Yes, no, maybe, yes. Fantastic. Okay, so the owl. You see clearly now. The owl arrives to remind you that the wisdom within you is informed by your keen senses and the wisdom within the consciousness that we all share. Even in the darkest night, the owl sees clearly and is guided by every sense it has, including the first sense of intuition. Right now, your sensitivities are turbocharged, and you are receiving messages from all directions. The owl reminds you to be wise and pay attention to what's between the lines, what's invisible to the naked eye, what cannot be heard with the ears, and what others may not be able to perceive. With all of your senses aroused, you have much knowledge available to you. Clarity will come as you sit with all that you are sensing, allowing your intuition to guide you in understanding the whole and not just the parts. Let your wisdom arise and be your guide as you trust the acuity of all your senses. Intuition is real and can provide the clarity that you need to understand your situation right now. Your relationship, your finances, your job, whatever it is, you can see the truth clearly now. There you go. That is the owl for today. Good morning, Jody. Good morning. Hugs. Thank you. Hugs are always appreciated. Say says, another thing to look forward to when my menopause finally hits. You're just hoping that your hair finishes transitioning before them. You were 25 years since the first gray. I want to say, I think I got my first gray maybe like 23. I think that feels right. Somewhere between 21 and 23 is when I got my first gray. And I know from watching my mother's sides of the family, because that's likely who I inherited. Well, it's kind of, I'm more of a mix actually between my mom's side of the family hair and my dad's, but closer to my mom's. And I know that it's going to take forever for my hair to go completely gray or completely white. My mom has still brown streaks in her hair. So, and she's 71. Yeah. So, and I think my grandmother didn't go completely white or gray, light gray, until probably 80. So like, I know that I'm going to have the sort of like salt and pepper look for a really long time. So, you know, but it's just like, it's kind of sprinkled everywhere. Just what you needed to hear. You also had a dream of an owl last night. Nice. There you go. Perfect card then. You started going gray at 27 and you're pretty much completely gray by 40. Yeah. There have been times that I've tempted to just be like, go to the salon and be just like, just strip all the color. But I know it would grow back. So that's the thing. You used to have fun coloring your hair with henna, but unfortunately developed an allergy to it that left big scabs on your scalp. Not fun. Yeah, that's not fun. Goodness. You still have more gray hair than your mother. You started at 21 and you're going to be 26 here soon. And most of your grandmothers dyed their hair, so you don't know about them. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that a lot of the older women in my life have always dyed their hair. And so I don't know when they have gone completely gray or white. So you do think you're going to have your grandma Bardash's gray hair, and her hair was pure white. You like it, so you're ready. My grandfather had, my maternal grandfather had just beautiful, beautiful white hair. But it took him a while to get there. But his hair was gorgeous. So yeah. And then my paternal grandmother had like really iron gray curly hair. So I got a little bit of the wave, but I didn't get the full curl. But her hair was iron gray for as long as I can remember. So, you pulled the Two of Swords from your Buffy Tarot deck. Nice. Nice. Your paternal grandmother used red henna on her hair until she was in her late 80s. Your maternal grandmother just let the gray happen. Yeah. Yeah. It's an individual choice, that's for sure. And it's whatever you would feel more comfortable with. And it's just, I mean, it's very cool, I think, that there is a wave of people who are accepting the natural aging again, because I think that gives us a little bit more of a realistic expectation for how our own aging is going to go. And I honestly, like, I don't mind being like the kooky, crazy old lady who lives down the street, or the, old auntie that's a little odd. I feel like that's fun. I feel like that should be fun. But yeah. So you agreed. You were tired of the ageism even when you were half your age. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so we did the cats, we did the card. I do have a little bit of work to do in the main bullet journal, to check up on some things, because I have not been getting into my journal as much this week, and that is an issue. Oh, I should do that before the weekend. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I need to do a little bit in there. I think I already updated my reading journal last night, so I think I'm good with that. And then I will be writing. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it. Tell Jules to shut up and start work. Okay, we're going to start with the morning when timer. It is a silent timer, so you can play whatever music you wish on your own system. Just do let me know if you have a music recommendation. Okay, let's do this. 1, save your document or pull it up if you haven't started working yet. 2 is make sure that you have something to hydrate with, and go ahead and take a cheers. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is, if you need a break, please take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How was that? Oh, I got 555. Nice. Not bad. How we doing? Was that a good sprint? Do we get at least something done? Do we feel like we got started? Do we piddle around? What dawdle? What did we get done? Yeah, 555 words. Talk to my dad for a minute. We're gonna have to order another pair of light bulbs for one of our flashlights because we used the last spare light bulb for it. So I've got to see if I can find one of those because it's an older, much older mag light. So I don't know if I'll be able to find a replacement light or not. Also, pardon me for having peppermint. Sorry. It's been so dry that even with like the rain that started yesterday, my throat has always felt very, very dry over the last couple days. So I've been trying to either have lozenges or peppermints for fixing that. But yeah. There's a little bit more talk about our hair. Stacy said you're too lazy to dye your hair every month in order for your hair not to look like it's going white, and you started so long ago that you were comfortable with the idea long before you needed to be. Yeah. And this is where I have at times dyed my hair, and then I leave it alone and I forget to re-up it. And so then by the time I realize it, I've got like 3 inches of root showing. And then I'm like, I'll just let it grow. And it grows until it's length where I can cut it off. So that's usually how it goes. Jody was going to hop off and start your own sprint. Excellent. Have fun and write lots. All good things. Okay. I did, in fact, I double checked and I did update my reading journal, at least for the title, the most recent titles. What else? Not much else. I think that was it. Got 555. Updated my journals. Talked with Dad. Productive. I'll take it. But let's go ahead and start another sprint. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Okay, there we go. Second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something that you would like to promote, please take the chance to do so during the second sprint. Oops. There we go. And make sure that you are saving your work. So save is number 1. 2 is make sure you have something to sip on. Cheers. 3 is straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How was that? I do need to finish up an idea, so. Okay. There is that. Yay. Finished that one. Or that chapter, anyway. So So 725. Okay. So that's better. How'd you do? Kara has a reminder for us. Kara has new book promos up on the Reader's Roost, so there's the link for that. Make sure you check it out. Eva is also here and says, hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Let me pull back up the thumbnail so that if you have not seen it, Eva says, I did great scrolling. Sometimes you do need a break, so don't be too hard on yourself. But yeah, I feel like I should probably figure out the amount of time that I spend scrolling. Because I will admit I get trapped in like the YouTube shorts a lot. So, and I suppose in the reels, but I think YouTube shorts is more what I've been into. So yeah, I should probably do some sort of like timer thingy on my phone, or at least track how much, because I know there are some trackers where they ask about screen time and all that. So I should probably check that out, but not today. So I'm going to put that off till some other time. All right. Just see it as supporting small business. Yeah. Which is great because I do have a lot of small business people on that I follow and that I watch their content. Every watch second, every thumbs down, thumbs up, every comment helps them out. Yes. The ones that I get irritated at, though, are the ones that are like the split screen that they've just pulled somebody else's comment or pulled somebody else's thing and they're reposting it. Those are annoying, but they're everywhere. So it's hard to get away from them other than just like scroll past them. So, okay. Eva agrees. Yeah. And it's like the same. Also, I've seen things that I'm 100% sure are definitely stolen from somebody else's account, because there at the moment there's like I want to say like a steampunk style pocket watch pendant. It's very beautiful. It has blue butterflies. And the post is all about how, oh, you stayed like X number of seconds to support a small business. But the person who is making those watch pendants is different in every single one of them. So they are stealing parts of two people's media and putting them together, just like, but yeah, so I've seen at least 3, maybe 4 different people who are supposedly the makers of these watch pendants. And I get irritated because I'm like, well, obviously this is not factual account. So anyway, um, yeah. And then I get the same like movie trailer or show trailer things over and over again. So those two. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the next front, shall we? Let's do a different one. Okay, let's do the sweater weather because it's cute. I've also been wondering if I should try and figure out knitting as well as crochet. So eventually for some wearable pieces. I just haven't taken the time to do that. So we'll see. I might pick up knitting as well. I don't know. I do still have some knitting sticks. Yeah, knitting sticks. I don't know what they're called. Needles. There we go. That's the right word. It escaped me. I was like, wait a second. That's not right. But anyway. So yeah, knitting sticks / knitting needles. Okay, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2 is make sure you have something to drink and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. How'd we do? Oops. Okay. Okay, so that time I got 461. So a little bit less that time, but still felt good. So I will take it. I will absolutely take it. Okay, here is the pull options. Again, we have your main character is going to be dealing with a man-child character, either an actual child or an adult who's immature. But which one are they going to be dealing with? Are they dealing with Hunter, who'd rather be fishing? Are they dealing with Tarik, who knows he's richer than the main character? Or are we dealing with Finn, short for Phineas, a genius? And we have a pretty clear winner. 64% of the votes, our main characters are dealing with Finn. And then we have a tie at 18% each between Tarik and Hunter. So that is how it unfolds. We are mostly dealing with Finns. So that was entertaining. I liked that. Okay, so once again, thank you very much for joining me. I am not entirely sure how Monday is going to go, just based on like what the weather is doing. So I will hopefully be here on Monday, if not Wednesday. So I guess just keep an eye out. Yeah, because I'm still getting 8 inches of snow expected between 6 and 10 on Sunday, and that doesn't count ice, just snow. So we will see. We will see. All right. Thank you very much. I am hoping to get a little bit more done this evening. So we'll see. But right now, gotta go double check on the laundry and all that kind of good stuff. Okay. Thank you again. And I will hopefully see y'all next week. All right. Bye.